Stay. Oh. This week I am making my first ever cosplay as Maria Franz from Heilung. Heilung? Let's look up how to pronounce that.
Heilung.
Oh.
Heilung.
Heilung. Fantastic. I love their whole vibe. It's kind of this like Norse pagan mysticism. When I saw what their band looked like, what they sounded like, I was just like, I need to do this. I need to wear that. I want antlers. Fun fact about Heilung, they play with actual human bones, and I love that. I don't have any human bones, obviously, but we might try and make some. I have only made one costume as an adult, I think, maybe two, that I can remember. I have actually less than a week to get this done, so there's a really good chance this video is going to be late. I don't know, editing me will know better than recording me. I'll do some reactions just in case. I didn't get it. Amazing, we finished it on time. I'm listening to excuses from me about why this has taken way longer. No, you're the best. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. What we need to achieve this look is I need to make antlers. That is going to be the most challenging part of this project, I think, because I don't know how to connect them to my head. We need to make a locks wig. I have scrounged around and started that using materials that I have, but we'll get to that later. The headband and eyepiece with all the dangly bits, the feathers, the leather coming down, the wrap that is her headband, as well as around her neck and her waist. And I need to make her dress, which from looking at some close-up images of it, of the underarm and the front of the dress, it looks like it is a kind of Viking era inspired dress, which has used whatever you call the little flaps under the arm. It's a triangle. Editing me, help out. A gusset? Is it a gusset? It might be a gusset. It's a lot to do in a short amount of time. Antlers. Let's go materials. I don't know if that worked. I have my foam clay, my armature wire, it's expensive, my pliers. Here is the thing, I don't have a head to put this on because I am not paying $25 for a styrofoam head that is literal trash because it's styrofoam. And secondly, not that I said firstly, but secondly, is not even to human head proportions. What good is that in terms of making a headpiece or a wig if they're not going to be actual human head size? Why is the table wet? Also, because, also, the styrofoam one is $25 and the decent one on Amazon is $40. Reusable, good natural materials versus the scourge of the earth styrofoam that I thought was outlawed ages ago. So, I haven't ordered the one on Amazon that looks really good because it would take too long to get here. What that means is we're kind of winging it and I'm gonna just have to measure it on my own head. And I couldn't think of any alternatives either. We may be in more trouble when it comes to the wig though. But let's just get started. I'm gonna go find my reference images for what her antlers look like though. Also, in case you were wondering, which I don't think you were, I already want lunch and it is only 11:15. Okay, not getting distracted, All right, I think I have an idea of what her antlers look like. God, I should have opened this before we started filming. Oh, what does that smell like? It kind of smells like plastic and licorice. Oh, okay, yep, all right, it's pretty pliable. Okay. I don't know where to start. All right, I'm gonna get some electrical tape to also put around that. Back in a sec. I left the tape out there. My door is blocked by my light, so it's a whole thing to get out of the room. I got the tape out of the toolbox, but then I was like, oh, while I'm at it, I left out some screwdrivers and things, and they've just been sitting on the table for like a week or two, so I should really put those away. So then I put all of that away and then felt accomplished and came back. We have it now. Kind of looks like a Twizzler. Probably tastes like one too. I don't know, I don't think I've had a Twizzler, I just hear that they taste like plastic. So that's part of it done. I don't know what I'm doing. I was really hoping that it would just kind of come to me when I started. All right, well, let's just... What am I doing? Okay. Oh my God, they're huge. Oh, I just caught another angle of them and I was looking at a bad angle of it and it turns out these are massive. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I was enjoying watching Killing Eve. Oh, arms are getting sore already. really need to exercise more if crafts are making me tired.
I recently watched the finale of Killing Eve and I was trying to talk about it without giving any spoilers. And basically that's impossible, so I've decided not to do it.
Alright, I'm calling it, we're just cutting it here.
So actually, now that I think about it, there wasn't even any point bringing it up.
My shoulders hurt. Oh, that's only one of them. I don't know, is that good? I don't care that it's 11:30. I want lunch. Time isn't the boss of me. Every time I walk this boy, he reaches a point where he's just like, I don't want to walk anymore. And he just stops. And this is that point. Alf, you have to go to the bathroom though. You haven't gone yet. No, you can't just go home. Alf. Come on, Alfie, this way. Come on. And then he sits. Okay. It'd be really good if I had a thing to rest this on. Okay. Stay. Oh. I kind of feel like a giant bug.
As we know from my earlier rant, I don't have a mannequin head to rest this on, so I used my soundproofing pop filter shield that I usually use for my voiceovers. Oh yeah, so how I got the antlers to stay upright was a combo of giving them a wide base and looping the two of them together with a bunch of wire. I also bulked them out with a bit of aluminium foil and then wrapped them in electrical tape to make a smoother base for the foam clay.
What do we think? I am really happy with this. Exciting. Now I think this is going to take a while, so I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to put you on a time lapse. Otherwise it's going to be very slow when I edit it all down.
So initially when I started recording this, it was on a time lapse. And then somehow it ended up on slow mode. So please enjoy these very exciting action shots. Oh, and also, I don't know what I was smiling about here. I don't know if I was just enjoying myself or I was watching something. Anyway, I think you get the idea. Oh, and here's one of my classic waves. I thought it was in time lapse, so. Okay, so I was about to record voiceover for this part because I lost the audio, but I got so excited about the antlers being finished that me at my computer just put both my hands up instead of actually holding onto my mic in order to do the voiceover. Anyway, I included this clip because I wanted to show you how much Alf behaves like a cat sometimes in his I want to go out, no, I want to go back in.
So about 2 weeks ago, I accidentally started the week, and you can take a look at where it went right now. So editing me is going to show you 2 weeks ago, me from the past. And if past me has anything they want to tell me, well, future me should tell my past me something. Okay, past me, you are lactose intolerant. You know that. Stop eating straight cream out of the tub. It's not just straight, I put vanilla in it, it's really nice. Stop doing that.
I initially looked at buying a wig, but I knew that I would need additional hair to fill in the gaps when I made it into locks, and the long wefts were out of stock. But then I remembered that wool locks extensions are a thing. These are so pretty, by the way. And then I also remembered that I had these bags of wool fibres that I found at a thrift store last year. So I pulled them out and just started playing around with rubbing the wool together with some soapy water, and it worked surprisingly well. Also, it's dark because technically I was supposed to have the night off, but this is what I felt like doing. Well, that and watching Dominic Noble's Pride and Prejudice Lost in Adaptation videos. I did a bit of research on natural dyes, and then I ignored almost all of it and just dumped into a pot some food dye, cayenne pepper, turmeric, paprika, and water, vinegar, and salt.
Damn it! Huh, it wasn't burnt, it was just dehydrated. Well, back to it, I guess.
After about an hour of simmering, I rinsed that one with water and was genuinely astounded at how well it worked. So then I did some further testing using different wools and soap combinations. I spent the next day getting very pruny hands and absolutely binging the Lost in Adaptation video playlist.
My shoulder hurts a lot now. I am in much pain. This is where we're at for today's efforts. Hey, Alf Mouth. Hello. Hello. Did you want to go for a walk? No? Yeah. It is raining, so that's fair. You don't have to go on a walk. You're a good boy. Good boy, Alf Mouth. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. Hello. Hello, Alf Mouth. Good boy. That's the colour that we're aiming for. Let's see what we can do. It stinks of vinegar. Now I can't use all of the smoked paprika because I need it for tonight's dinner.
The pigment wasn't looking strong enough, so I ended up getting more of all of the ingredients because I didn't know which were the active ones, and with the added colour it was looking much better, so I gave it all a rinse and a wash with hand soap.
That looks pretty horrifying out there drying, but good colour. Now that you're up to speed with where the hair is at, let's get to making a wig. Oh, there are some testing ones in here. So that's my turmeric coloured one that didn't go well. And these are for when I want to do a future project. Huh? Extensions much? It's gonna be sweet. So here it is. Oh no. That just dropped so many spices on my table. It's like she's got red dandruff. Oh no.
I tried shaking out the spices and I thought to myself, I bet this would look really cool in slow motion.
So the next stage with this is praying that this is enough hair. In terms of attaching this to my head, what I'm thinking is an old pair of stockings, right? I think this needs to be tighter, but basically, I feel like a weird little like elf thing. We tighten this a bit and then I should be able to like pin it to my hair, close it up at the top and sew all of these onto it. Yeah, it's the best plan I have. This needs to happen today. I have so many other things I need to get started. Sewing machine. I have black thread ready to go. Happy with that. This is plugged in? No. There, that feels good. Well, that seems better. It needs to kind of like taper off to there. Okay, so how do I do that? We did it! I don't know why, but that just really tickles me. Like, oh, I should make a witch's hat too. Not right now, but I think I will make, I've got a lot of wool in there. I could make a pink witch's hat and a green one. I could make felt witch's hats. I have a lot of wool, I could boil it.
I used a hoop meant for making dream catchers, but I suppose an embroidery hoop or a small but not too small basketball hoop would work too. Oh, also I messaged Heilung's Instagram page to ask them about using their music in this video, and they said that was absolutely fine as long as I don't monetize the video, and I don't have enough subscribers to monetize anyway. But also to be safe, I decided not to because I don't trust YouTube not to get grumpy about it.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, wait. Okay, so not the worst for a homemade wig. So before you get all like, that looks ridiculous. Yes, but we're gonna have a headband here, aren't we? And then there's gonna be like the eye thing. So not bad. Let's try one more hair flick, shall we? Should I try and get it in slow-mo? Yes, we should. Okay, here is my promise to you. I'm keeping that in, that slow motion hair flip, no matter what it looks like, okay? You and me, honest. So yeah, that's my attempt at a wig. We're calling it done because we don't have time. We don't have time for this. Okay, I should not put it on the floor. This is what I want to use for the headband top part, the straps that come down and the belt that's on her costume, shown here. Here? Here. Shown here. Because it's clearly embroidered on what she's got and I don't have time for that, we're going to draw it on. All right, let's do it.
She's had a few different iterations of the belt, and this is the one that I went with because at first it seemed most clear and simple pattern, and then when I tried to draw it, I realized it was really complicated.
Okay, that's a problem.
I started out using a ruler, and actually that was more hindering than helping, so I just went freehand and figured no one would be looking that closely. Oh, and then I remembered that I still needed to progress the antlers.
Good morning. We're using squirts today. Again, trusty old squirts. The antlers have dried. Mask. I need a mask. We have a mild problem. This is the fabric for the dress. It is white. This is the fabric for the belt. Unfinished. It is white. I had in my head that the leather remnant that I got from the op shop ages ago was white. I didn't check that before I started this project. I just went digging through the cupboard and this is what I found. This is not white. According to my reference images, the belt should be off-white, so whoops, and the dress should be white, and the leather should be white. So apart from the fact that this is pretty gross to look at and now definitely needs a wash, it's also gonna need to be painted. And that sucks because I don't have a lot of time to do this. As you can see, the dress is just 2 bed sheets at the moment. The belt is half done. The antlers are drying and looking Oh. What do we got? Oh, it's really gross. Oh well, nothing for it, let's get to washing. Next time I start a project, I need to get all of the materials out before I start, okay? Everything out on the table to make sure that we're good to go, okay? Because of this. Come look. I really hope that this is the dye coming out, because what an upsetting color that is. It's so gross. And it's not gonna have time to dry. I may need to go and buy something for it. I don't want to spend any more money. Also, my hand hurts because I put it in bleach. Success. Oh boy, that took ages. They had a very poor selection of pleathers. That's gonna have to do. So we have 1/2 meter of a fake leather, and what worked out great is I got a fabric for the shawl. I didn't find this last time I was there. Cheesecloth. So I need to cut a fringing to go along the forehead, and then we need the long dangly bits to attach all of the feathers and shells and stuff to. So that seems good. We have some conch shells. That's not the style of shell that she has, but it was all they had. We also have some wooden beads, feathers. Fun thing about feathers, not so fun thing about feathers. Cleaning feathers seems like a massive pain in the ass.
I proceeded to take a lot of measurements and tried to figure out the best way to do this, and for some reason I thought this was the camera angle. And because you can't see what I'm doing, here is the basic pattern I started with. I then rolled all these lines and cut away the excess to make this shape.
Okay, so this is what we're working with so far.
Oh, what do you know? I do show you the shape. Oh well, I don't think I show you the lines. Oh nope, there it is. Well, I'm not taking the pattern illustrations out now. I worked hard on those. Ooh, I'm glad I filmed this. That is satisfying.
So, this is what it's looking like. It's really difficult to see, and by really difficult, I mean I pretty much can't see. Logic tells me that I should attach this part next, but this is a nice kind of off-white color, and when I put them next to each other, it doesn't look awesome, and I would like it to look slightly more awesome. So, I tried dipping an offcut into some Earl Grey tea. I'm going to try tea dyeing this part once I have finished drawing on it.
It looks like the shells on Maria's headdress are knotted on, but these shells only had very small holes, so I had to sew them on. I kind of struggled with how to attach the feathers because they broke a bit when I tried to sew them, so I tried knotting them, and I finally realised that all I needed was a bead. Once I finished the headpiece, it was time to get really cozy and finish up drawing that belt.
She is tolerable, but she's not handsome enough to tempt me.
I know I said tea dyeing, but the Earl Grey made the belt a little bit orange, so I tried coffee instead, and I was happier with that colour. Also, I don't know why I bother using chapter headings, because I really just jump around all over the place when I do these projects.
Honestly, they look a little bit shitty. I should have sanded them. Yeah? But honestly, I'm amazed they're standing up at all. I'll be the first to say that the finish could be better. I hadn't put enough foam clay on the outer layer to actually be able to sand it. It's not thick enough. I think this bottom part here, I'd like to wrap some wool around it to give it that fur kind of vibe here. So let's get to painting. I forgot my palette, I'll be back. All right, we have to let the boy out. Do you want to go outside? You have a mouth? Do you want to go outside? This one? Okay. Please don't judge my backyard. We really need to clean it up. Do you want pats? Do you want pets? I can't follow you. You gotta come here if you want pats. Alf, come here if you want pats. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Alf Mal. Is that you wanting to go back inside now? Back inside? Had enough? Okay, well, I don't know what you accomplished, but I'm happy for you. Donna, 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 Donna. Donna. Donna, 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 Donna. I might do a quick little top down. I want this to be like a little bit of a softer white. Oh, it's got clown colors. Oh, I hate the primary colors together. Oh, that's a really upsetting color. Now, this is a really poor top down view, and I apologize. I didn't press record on the top down.
Yeah, and I looked at the camera multiple times during that and did not notice. Oh, this is that brown colour that made me so sad.
That took way less time than I thought. Okay, dress time. I have seen these kind of medieval Viking, Norse maybe dresses somewhere. And I tried to do a quick Google of where it was that I had seen them and I can't find them. But I have a vague concept of how it's made-ish. So the concept is this.
I tried to break down my pattern for you, but I think it's just confusing. So I found this one online, which is far more helpful. I took all these measurements to work out the sizes of my rectangles, and as I was using an old bed sheet with no stretch, I also included some ease.
The space left up here above the front and back panel is 83 centimeters, which is exactly double the sleeve. That's 2 sleeves right there. So good. Good morning. I wanted to get started by just doing some of the ironing so that I actually have started today because my brain needs to know we've started work. I have to go get some stuff from the shops. But if I go and get stuff from the shops, I might get distracted, end up in a bookstore and be there for hours and think maybe I'll treat myself to a pastry. And then before you know it, it's after lunch and I'm like, why even bother getting started today? So what I need to do is start, then go to the shops. This is looking lovely. So I realized yesterday that this was one of the color options of the tape that was available at Spotlight, but I was like, no, I've got to get the white one, it's white. Then brought it home, was like, this is too white. So then spent a day dyeing it to make it the color I could have just bought it, so. I do like that it smells kind of like coffee though. Hopefully we can get everything done today, put some finishing touches on bringing the headpiece together, and then tomorrow we can do the reveal. Exciting. Cosplaying's fun. All right, iron's been on this whole time, let's get to it. I'm back from the shops. That was a bust, honestly, because I wanted to get like just a plain eyeshadow so that I could do my face for the look. I wanted just like a plain matte white eyeshadow. No one's selling that. So what I had to get was some very cheap stuff from Kmart. Hopefully this works. I also went to the bookshop because I wanted some coziness and I wanted some vibes. I got this little writing set and it's real pretty. Now, I've had some cheesecake, I've had some tea. I feel a little bit sick with that combo sloshing around in there. Now it is time to sew the dress. Let's do it. I don't know how to start. It's Heilung. I was just about to say the weather can't figure out what it's doing today. All right, back to sewing. Stop getting distracted. I said back to sewing like I've started. We are very much winging it on this historically inspired dress. And then let's cut a little slit down the middle because this is where the head will go through. Oh, is that hole big enough for my head? That's the measurement I need, is can my head fit through the hole? I don't think my head can fit through that. I mean, the neckline we can figure out later. Maybe let's do, oh my God, why is my brain not handling this? Let's sew the gore triangles together. Let's do that. I changed my mind, let's do sleeves. The only thing I have to remember is that I am going to be doing decorations down the sleeve. So my plan with that is, said that like I had a plan. Okay, so if this is the back of the dress, neck hole here, that's the arm, that's where the gusset will go. And this sleeve is too wide here. This needs to be like tapered. This is gonna fit weird. I just know it. So then we'll unpick this, put the decorations through, stitch it shut, and then do an additional seam. Yes, 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 okay. I need to eat something. All right, welcome to Melbourne. It's been about an hour since the hail. Close enough. It's raining so much. I can still bend my arm, but it would be too tight if we don't put the gusset in. Yes! Oh, yes! Let's do it! Oh, I'm trapped. All right, we have sleeves, sort of. Let's attempt to put these ones in.
To be honest, I still don't know if I did this gusset right, but it took me ages.
Whoa, I just wanted to go a little faster. That was pretty aggressive. God, I hope that worked. Look at that! Range of movement. I can't believe that worked. Yes! Yes, 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 yes.
Next I sewed the gore triangles together and then had terrible posture while ironing.
Hello, Inspector Alf. Did I touch the camera? Do you hate it when I touch the camera? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You hate it when I touch the camera. Oh! 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 Hello. Hello. I am now. One of your hairs went up my nose.
I keep calling these triangle inserts gauze, which is what I always thought they were, but when I was making the wedding dress, my tailoring book said they were godettes or godets, and gauze were flared panels, but these dresses have been around for centuries. And godette sounds like a French word, although when I looked up godette in French, Google says it means glass.
I'm pretty sure that shoving the dress through this part of the sewing machine is not the technique, but it's my technique. I lost bobbin chicken. It had already run out of thread. It's okay, we got most of it done. Oh, now I can flip it around the right way. Look, it's not the most flattering thing I've ever made, but it's not the least flattering. Okay, I just reviewed that footage to check if the audio was recording, and I was like, oh god, what's going on with me? And I realized I have hat hair. It didn't occur to me that I should look presentable to film, so I don't. It's the weekend.
While I tidy up the neckline, cuffs, and hem of this dress, let me tell you about the mobile game, which is definitely not sponsoring this video, June's Journey. I follow Carolina Zabrowski's link, and honestly, I am obsessed, and I never play mobile games, but it's so cozy and aesthetic. Are any of you playing it?
No! Oh. Oh dear. Where is the end? How is there no end? Yay! It's very windy outside. God, how many times do I talk about the weather in this video? So that's the trim for the neckline and the cuffs. Oh, my fingers are really cold too, so I'm just gonna hold my mug for a minute. So the last thing I need to do on the dress then is just adding some flare. I'm gonna sort out this stuff and I will check in with you at the Antlers. I would like to introduce you to possibly the smallest hot glue gun in the world. Oh, and it's dripping. No, can't do anything about it. I feel like it was gonna look better than this in my head.
Burning down the house?
This is your hot glue gun. I'm not responsible for this.
Oh, I needed to draw on the other side of the belt, so this was my makeshift light box. The last thing I had to do was put a fringe on the shawl, and while it's not particularly interesting to look at, it is satisfying. And I forgot to film the second part of this transition, so enjoy.